Okay, we got a stream here. Let's see if we can get a game. Okay, right away with the old London system. Aha, he likes to go with the early e4. It's not a London system, that's something else then. So if I play e5, he can just take it. Guess I have to play this sort of like a French. Except, actually, he didn't defend this spot. I don't know what I'm thinking. Of course, I can just take that. Unless there's a trick here. Well, it's my first game, but it is time to wake up. I mean, that's kind of the point of this setup, is that you restrain the center, particularly the light squares. Okay, so we'll see if he's got some trick up his sleeve. Nope. Just retreat. So I can get castled. I will push this pawn at the appropriate time. But for now, let's give my knight a square to go to. Okay, this is the time when I want to push. I will take that. And I'll take there too. Now I can bring my knight out. And this is pinned, so let's step aside here. And bring the knight out. So I can go here, defends this pawn and hits the queen. And let's just bring the queen out. Threatening to take here. Okay, why don't I bring a rook opposite his queen? So I guess I can just push this forward here, right? He can't take it with the queen or the pawn. He's going to bring his queen over here to threaten checkmate. Let's prepare to block that. He could have taken this pawn. Knight takes, queen takes, because there's a pin here. But I would take the queen first. Okay, so What to do? Guess continuing to hit his queen is a good idea. Yeah, this is a guy who thinks of nothing except the attack. Now that the attack is fading, he'll just be down material, but I do have to be careful that I don't get killed in the meantime. But I want to take this pawn here. Yeah, chasing his knight away too is good. So when I go there, yeah, so we bring the queen out first. Oh, he can still take there. Okay, so we take here first, hitting his queen. Queen goes there. Okay, that's cool. Now he's got this defend under attack. So I take the knight. He can take here with check. I block. He can check here. And then I'm toast. Yeah. Okay, let's go with some kind of counterattack strategy here. Pin the knight. If he takes with the queen, I'll take here with check. Well, now I can just take the knight. Okay, so let's I want to check and take the bishop, but probably it's better not to do that, right? Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. He'll have to choose whether he wants to take the knight or the bishop. And I should still be a piece up. Welcome to the stream, everyone. It's first game. And a wild attacking player. Let's see, yeah, okay, I was going to say I didn't seem to move there for a second. The stream looks stable. That's good. I was having trouble with the glitches in the stream last a few times. So anyway, yeah, I've been away for a couple weeks. I had a cold. So I seem to be over it, although I'll cough occasionally. But the cold did last for about 2 weeks. Kind of a nasty one. Yeah, so he decided to take there. So I can move my knight somewhere. Or I could just defend it there. It seems like a good square for the knight. And yeah, let's bring my rooks over. Maybe I'll just drive these pawns home. Queen went there. It's not actually hitting much there. Okay, now it's hitting something. Let's see. Knight here would defend it. And knight here is check. That's kind of nice. Check here. Or just pin the queen and trade it off. Let's see. He's going to check me here, huh? I'm going to give up the knight and just get the two pawns here. Not the best way to play it, I'm sure, but should win. The biggest danger, I guess, in a game like this is running out of time. He's going to play on like this. Okay, here, let's just do some power plays. He wants to check here and take my queen. Clever boy. Still a loss for him, but anyway, let's just play it out. Does he think I'm going to run out of time? Okay, finally decided to resign. That was a crazy game. Here, let me just show it to you since you probably joined a little after it began. Started out here. Played the London system. I play my anti-London with the knight here and the pawn here, Queen's Indian setup. He goes there, I go there. So now the bishop and the knight are preventing e4. He played e4 anyway. So that's not a London system. So maybe he didn't intend to play a London system. Maybe he wanted to play something like a Blackmar-Demer gambit with the bishop out. But anyway, I was so stunned by this move. Spent a long time trying to figure out whether I could play e5 or not. And eventually I realized, oh, I can just take it. And then he just kind of self-destructed here. Oh, these are normal moves. But then, yeah, he just launched a kingside attack without much basis. Yeah, that's the next move. That's a mistake. It just gives up another pawn. And I get my knight over to defend. He's threatening this because of the pin. But I just stepped my king out of the way, brought my knight in. He was maybe thinking of putting his queen here and mating me. But, you know, this kind of, yeah, now he's given up another pawn. Knight takes pawn, defends, and attacks. So I'm 3 pawns up here. And should be an easy win. His attack really is going nowhere, and it's have interesting bishop along this diagonal, rooks connected. Just some weaknesses over here I have to be careful of. And the game continued from there. Yeah, got low on time towards the end because you do have to think. That's probably the way players like this win, is they get a complicated position and run you out of time. Anyway, let's get back to it. Let's get a new game. Glad I could start out with a win. Okay, we'll try d4. So he's going for a Queen's Indian setup. I'll put my knight here anyway and then defend it with the bishop. So this is kind of like a Dutch defense with the f4 here. f5 rather. I could play d5 and just shut down that bishop along the diagonal. Force him to push some pawns here. He's trying to avoid pushing those pawns, so I think this is a good strategy. Get him out of his comfort zone. Also, open up this diagonal towards his king side. Might be good. So he doesn't mind. He can park a knight on this square. I'll probably trade it off if he does that. Will I trade it off? Yeah, why not? See if he takes with a knight or a pawn. Then I can just pile up pressure on this pawn, which it's not going to be so easy to defend. Queen here, bishop here. Unless he gets some quick attack on my king side. I don't see this going anywhere. And he's got kind of a slow setup himself. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. He can put his pawn there. Now let's put the bishop here to start and then defend it, and then I'm going to continue with f4, attacking this pawn. He is bringing his queen out, but it's not yet a threat. Okay, now f4. He takes, I take. The queen has to move. He can throw his rook in here, but I can just drop back here. Ah, he's pinning that pawn. Okay, let's unpin. So if I take, he could take with the bishop. I take. He could take with the rook. But he has to trade queens first. I take. He trades queens. Then he takes here. I take. Then he takes with the rook, and then this this pawn will be loose. Yeah, I really want him to take rather than me taking. Okay, we are going to drop back. Could kick his queen first, huh? Why don't I do that? I think if I just kick the queen, he can't afford to take because I'll take his queen. He takes my queen, then I take his rook. Okay. Did I end up with an extra pawn somewhere along the way? Looks like an extra pawn, but it doesn't look like the world's greatest pawn. I think the main advantage I have is because of his bishop here. Trapped. So I'll just go here. Yeah, now he's going to activate his bishop. So let's see if I can bring my rooks into the game. Yeah, I'm not doing this very well here. Let's just trade queens. There we go. I think he could have taken my pawn. That might have been an interesting one. It would have been a queen for 2 rooks and a pawn. What do I want to do here? That's where I wanted to go anyway, so there we go. Let's reduce the amount of stuff here. Ah, that was the trick. That was the trick. Okay. Okay, I fell for that one. Yeah, and I'm going to lose that bishop at the end too, huh? Yeah, maybe not. He gave me a way to save the bishop. So now I'm ahead again. Okay. Whatever. Yeah, so let's consolidate the things here. You know, that bishop, the knight is the rook. The rook is pinned, but it's defended too. Okay, he wants to come in and check here. Let's not allow that. But he's hitting the bishop. Yes, open position is a bit awkward here. We'll connect my rooks so they defend each other. And let him gobble up a few pawns. Okay, so now everything is defended. Let's see if we can go on the offense. Ah. I'm sacrificing this to draw his queen away. It's going to go with check. Setting up a mating net. And black timed out. Okay, he was looking for a move. Well, that was not a great game, but what was the position? The position is winning for white. He has to sacrifice the queen or start checking. Looks like he can't get a draw. So that's enough of that one. Let's get another game. New opponent. Let's try somebody new. And just a chill guy, thank you for the follow. Let's see what we get here. I got a ordinary queen's pawn opening. Plays the Marshall defense to the queen's gambit. So you can pile up on this pawn, it looks like. I'm going to defend it. And I'm going to block the pin. He didn't pin here. That would have been a little bit of an awkward pin there. Yeah, now I can develop here, get castled. This opening, if you play it right, leaves white with a pretty solid advantage in the center. So it's not played professionally, this opening, the Marshall defense to the queen's gambit, but it's still playable, especially amongst amateurs. So I'm going to get the rook off the diagonal here, so I don't have to worry about keeping it defended, and I can push these pawns forward when I need to. Now, knight around to here. Where's the best place? go here to here. Well, let's just centralize my rooks while I'm trying to figure out what a good strategy is from here. I could push this pawn forward and try and dislodge his knight. He wants to attack this center pawn here. It's adequately defended at the moment. So let's see where the knight goes. Back in the corner. Back in the corner it goes. I guess it's going to come out to this square and then up to here. Yeah. One of those games where my position is so good it's almost embarrassing that I can't win it. But my opponent is a strong player, so he's going to have some tricks up his sleeve. And I'm going to do a little poking and prodding here. Hitting this pawn. So he just defended it. Okay, so if I push here, he can take or push. If he pushes, I take. This pawn is under threat in the corner. Yeah, pawn or knight. I think pawn. I think his pieces are a bit clogged up here, and I can take advantage of that. Yeah, so he can do that now. Okay, let's take here first. Then go here. The ultimate objective is to take that knight and then take back with the rook. I take, he takes, I take. This will backfire, huh? I take with the bishop, he takes. I take with the rook. He can take my queen and then he can take. That actually works, huh? Now I'm threatening to take and take the queen. think I've got him in a pinch here. Let's see. Can he find a way out? Just move the knight. So when I take with the rook, he will take here. And I can take there. So I don't think he found a way out. He has his fork here. I take there with check and then move my queen to defend the rook. I can't do that, actually. The fork is good. Oh, but the queen is here and I take with check. He did that. Okay, so maybe he didn't see the fork. I don't know, queen, rook, and two knights versus... Yeah, I'm a rook up. I should win this. Maybe queen here and knight here. He still has this knight fork here. Very nasty. Nasty fork. Okay, yeah, let's trade queens. That would be good. Get away from the fork. Okay, let's pick up the bishop. And he resigned. Okay, well, I'm glad I managed to pull that one off. That was a bit tricky. Yeah, let's get somebody new.